future home of Super Bowl 56. There's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They hand this off to Harris. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you, with a quarterback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there for the Patriots.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing Jones. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game with their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Touchdown, Patriots! Damian Harris, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Patriots 7, Chargers 0. Jake Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Oh, he bowls over him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles. And he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
A 1st down carry for Henry, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
That's the end of the first.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Pats are going to get the football back at their own 17. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Kenneth Murray, the Chargers' leading tackler, as a rookie last year, in on the stop. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this Week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. Because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You're playing well, that slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. They'll go with Snell here on first down. Escapes the defender.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Herbert now. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown! Jalen Guyton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, it's Snell. He takes this for 3 to the 29. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris. 2nd and 7. Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Have a great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal. They'll certainly have the green light here. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert on first down now. Eluding the pressure right. Man open is bold. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This will go to Henry out wide. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Again, Herbert. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Fighting his way through contact. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A final shot before break. Jones. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Jones throw pulled in by Aguilar. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They run with Harris, pushing through the contact. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
That's complete into the hands of Myers. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have taken the lead. extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14. Jake Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and take it.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Derrick Henry. Oh, some strong running. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Henry, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Also brings up 3rd down and 11.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That is caught by Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe a new start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. This complete left side to Aguilar. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. They run for it with Harris. They find some open field here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Snell yet again. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
We'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
To Guyton. And he's got some space here. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Henry again on second down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A great come from behind.
Okay, it's the Falcons now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Cowboys on the clock now. What direction will they go? The Buccaneers are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Chiefs. All right, on the clock now, the Saints. All right, the Ravens are now on the clock. All right, it's the Steelers now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Titans on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. Okay, the Panthers on the clock now. All right, next up, the Colts are on the clock. All right, the Packers are now on the clock. All right, the Jaguars are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Bears. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Rams, and time is ticking. All right, on the clock now, the Bills. All right, on the clock now, the Lions. The 49ers now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Dolphins, and time is ticking. The Jets now on the clock. The Raiders now on the clock. The Bengals are on the clock now. Okay, the Giants up now. They're on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. Okay, the Chargers up now. They're on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. All right, now on the clock, the Chargers. Now we turn to the Browns. They're on the clock. The Giants are on the clock now. Okay, here we go. The Bengals now on the clock. All right, now it's the Raiders' turn. They're up. All right, next up, the Jets are on the clock. All right, the Dolphins are now on the clock. The 49ers on the clock now. What direction will they go? Now the Broncos are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? Okay, it's the Lions now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Rams on the clock now. Okay, the Eagles on the clock now.